if the Bible is not the ultimate authority on who God is and has all these contradictions all over the place,
yes,
but the Quran is, how do the Bible and the Quran interface for you?
Great
so like,
question.
Going back to like the very first point, Muhammad's mentioned in the Bible.
Yes.
Okay, the Bible's not true.
Right.
Why does that matter? I'm curious why that matters to you.
Great point.
Or are you just making a broader point about?
No. I mean,
I'll let you go ahead.
yeah. So first thing, great question.
Yeah.
I believe the Quran is true, word by word, letter by letter, no doubt to it, every single letter of it. And I mean, like I said, I can show you, for example, this is a really interesting book, which is scans of manuscripts from the first generation, from the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, all the way to our generation. And you can see letter by letter, word by word, they're exactly the same, right? So it shows that unlike the Bible, which we don't have any manuscripts from the time of Jesus,
Sure.
even if you look at Codex Sinaiticus or others, those would be 3rd century. And if you look at even the smaller, scraps that look like the size of a credit card, would be 70 to 80, 90 AD, right? So we do have that, right? Now, the Quran mentions that the true message of Moses, the Torah, we believe in, right? But the Quran also mentions that people changed that for their own benefit. They wrote things like you agree as well.
Yeah.
So we also believe in the true original message of Moses, but today we have to verify what is in the Old Testament to see the changes and contradictions and additions from what is preserved. We also believe in the true message of Jesus, what Jesus taught his followers, 100% I believe in. But do I think this New Testament Bible is that? Absolutely not. And as you know, Jesus spoke Aramaic. In the Quran it says, مَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَّا بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ. We did not send a messenger except in the language of their people. So Jesus would have communicated his message in Aramaic. The earliest manuscripts of the New Testament are in Koine Greek. Now, the fact that the Prophet Muhammad is mentioned in the Old Testament is relevant to us because I do believe in the Old Testament in essence, although I believe things have been changed. And the Quran tells us that when you have these kinds of things put forward, the Quran is the muhaymin. It is the judge over them. Yeah. So just like example, if you had a ruler to measure with and you knew one of the rulers, the numbers were kind of messed up, and then you had a gold standard ruler, right? So you wouldn't just throw the ruler away because some are messed up, but then you would make sure that it lines up with what's in the gold standard. So whatever in the Bible is in line with the Quran, I will accept. God is one, be good to your neighbor, I'm good with all of that. Whatever in the Bible is not in line with the Quran, I'll have to second guess because David, for example, having sex with a woman and killing her husband and doing all that, and Lot getting drunk and having sex with his daughters, I don't believe those things. I believe those are righteous servants of God.